Welcome back, folks. As you know, I'm in the midst of finishing off this tiny house build, and one of those tasks that I've been meaning to do is to put down a hearth, so a non-combustible surface underneath the wood stove. If you have a look down here behind me, this is what I came up with. So I could build something that's quite elaborate. I could make it out of tile, maybe I could get some flagstone, I could make it quite nice. However, the budget on this project's starting to get out of hand, so I'm trying to use material I already have. So what I did was I got some old pavers, or I don't even know what you call these, paver bricks. They're just bricks that basically used to make up a walkway. When the walkway got torn apart, I got the bricks for free. So what I did here was I more or less put the wood stove in place, as you probably have seen in my other videos, measured out the clearances I need between the side walls as well as the front, marked it on the floor, and then what I did, I took those pavers and I just laid them out in a pattern that I thought was pretty neat. So total cost to me for this is going to be next to nothing. Actually, I think it's going to be nothing. So this is more or less what we're left with. I took the bricks, laid them out. The hardest part of this whole thing is actually getting these cuts made. And I figured I'd share this with you guys just in case you come to a spot like this. Now, in order to get the bricks so they look like they're, you know, semi-professional or at least half decent, I want them to fit right into the corner. Now, I took my tape measure and I made a whole bunch of measurements. In order to ensure that the pieces I cut fit the locations that I measured for without having to go back and forth between this location and the shop, I marked the location on the floor. Now that corresponds to numbers on the bottom of the brick. So there's number 6. I've already cut it. It's going to go right there. Now, one thing I'll tell you when you're cutting bricks is I don't have any specialty tools in order to do this. I'm just a homeowner just like everybody else. I don't have masonry skills coming out the wazoo. What I did was I took my 4.5 inch or whatever size circular, grinder, sorry. So my 4.5 grinder. And what I did was I bought a masonry bit. I think it's got a diamond tip on it or something. It's maybe $10 for the one disc that goes on my angle grinder. And what it's used for is for a variety of things, including these, but it's also used for stone. So I've used it in the past for stone. And so I thought, what the heck, this is somewhat similar. I try to cut it with this. So what I did, and you can see by looking at these bricks here, I scored the surface. So after I measured on the brick and put a line down, I scored the surface, which is this smooth area right here, with that diamond tipped grinding wheel. All I did after I did that was I just took a chisel, hit it with a hammer, and the piece cracked off. And as you can see, it's pretty good. Some spots where it was a little rough, I just touched it up with that same grinding wheel. So if all goes well, these should just fall into place and I don't have to go back to the shop. I tried to measure as best I could. Mind you, things change a little bit. You know, I get a little squirrely on the lines. I don't quite measure 100% and I don't run the angle grinder quite right, but I think we got a good start. So I'm going to lay these into place. You guys can use this as an idea if you think you need something that's low budget and uses material that you might already have. Oh, and just before I forget, the way I'm going to hold these in a position, because they're not actually secured to the floor, is I'm going to take a piece of wood and I'm going to measure when it's all done. I'm going to measure the distance around the perimeter. I'm going to then create a perimeter board that's going to push up, closing off the edge gap here, so you're not going to see any of these gaps. You're also not going to see any of the exposed sides of the brick. And that piece of wood is going to be secured to the floor. So this essentially will just be sitting there and it'll act as a hearth pad. All right, let's see if these bricks fit here. So I put in 2 already. So far so good. I just put that one in. I just put that one in. We got number 6 here. And this one's looking pretty good. Let's see what else we got. Number 9. Let's go all the way up here. And I forgot my mallet. I'll have to grab it after I can knock that in a position. Number 1. 4. 7. Get that dirt off. I literally just pulled these out of a pile in the yard, so definitely going to need my mallet to help some of those into place. Number 2. 3. And number 5. Well, that's looking pretty good. So there was 2 I didn't cut because I knew things were going to move just a little, and it's that one and that one. So overall, I think things look pretty good. All I'm going to do, I'm going to run back, get the mallet, get those fixed into place. But for the most part, that's that. So hopefully you guys can use this as an idea for a project you have coming up. One thing I might suggest, and I don't know, I might do it as well, I might just put a little bit of sand in between the joints here, just so that no sparks could possibly fall down in there. Not like they're going anywhere, but just for safety. After a bit of hard work, guys, I'm not going to leave you hanging. As you can see down here, I've got the base all done. I put some nice trim piece around here. As you'll notice, there's no screws or hardware visible. What I did was I used a Craig jig, which makes pocket holes, and I put them on the back side of these pieces of wood. So in order to attach it, all I did was lifted one block out, attached it, put it back. Lifted one block out, put the screw in, attached it, and so on and so forth. The reason I did that is it gives it a nice clean finish. So as you can see here, nothing is attached to the floor. The only thing attached here is those wood perimeter pieces. Everything else is just floating. So that's the overall chimney base, or I guess you could call it the hearth. And this is sort of a hearth on a budget. You guys have any questions, as I mentioned, put it down below. Thanks for watching. I'm out of breath, so I'm out of here. And if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys all next time.